Hello, my name is Tim Williams. I'm the Executive Director of the Oregon Film Office, and welcome to the 2015 Governor's Film Advocate Awards here in Portland, Oregon, celebrating the diversity of the media industry throughout the state of Oregon.
You know, they're both tangible and intangible benefits to what's happening in Portland and Oregon with film and video.
Is it's bringing jobs in, and it's bringing in pretty well-paying jobs.
One, they're real high-quality jobs here, and a huge ripple effect through the whole economy. For example, Grimm has 3 people on staff whose job is to go buy things.
And Oregon Film came through very quickly, and I was surprised and stunned actually how responsive and how easy the process was.
What I've seen is that since the film credit has begun, I've seen more and more real technical jobs coming into Oregon.
And make money for people, our friends and neighbors, and maybe our kids and ourselves, working in great jobs and building our local economy in a very sustainable way. I think that all adds up to a real success story.
I don't think we could have made our film without the incentive.
And as a working artist for the last 18 years, I've worked in many cities that I didn't feel supported the film and television industry. But at the beginning of our second season of Grimm, I had the pleasure and the joy of meeting our lovely governor, John Kitzhaber. And it became evident to me that he was directly involved in ensuring that there was an incentive program to film in Portland, Oregon. And I can assure you that without his involvement and the availability of the incentive program, we wouldn't be shooting in Portland. Instead, we'd be shooting somewhere else pretending we were in Portland. We're pretending, people pretend they're in New York or, But, and for this, I say thank you for introducing me to what I think is a great, lovely, vibrant city. And saying that, it is my pleasure to welcome to the podium Oregon's Governor John Kitzhaber.
Well, it's a delight to be here. Sylvia and I always enjoy coming down here and reflecting on what really has been another banner year for Oregon's film and television industry, which has been, and remained one of the bright spots of our economy, even through the recession. And I think a lot of people don't realize that this industry actually employs hundreds of Oregonians in good jobs that are, environmentally sound, that are comfortable, that pay well, that offer benefits. And the industry supports really an amazing network and supply chain of small businesses up and down the state. So it's really a growing and very, very important part of our economic picture. Whether it's Grimm or whether it's Portlandia or the new librarians, which I just saw the other night, it takes a lot to drag me away from Grimm. This is just a wonderful outlet for our creative community, and we also have just an enormous number of local productions that are going on as well. And I see Cheryl out there somewhere. There's Cheryl Strayed, who reminds me that we met back when I was governor before at the restaurant was L'Auberge. There you go. That's all we're going to say. So, yes. Having Wild hit the theaters here in Oregon, and with the work of Travel Oregon and a lot of other tourist industries partners, we have shrewdly and ruthlessly and cunningly, and I hope effectively, exploited this movie to really put Oregon on the map in a new and special way. And so I think that is just another great thing that happened during this year. I think it's also important to thank all the tremendous volunteers that have actually made this industry possible and made this evening possible. And I can't thank all of them, but I do want to take just a moment and thank sort of the volunteer in chief, and that's Gordon Sondland, who's also a dear friend. Let's hear it. Let's give it up for Gordon. He has been a lot more influential than I think a lot of people realize, and I'll give you just one quick example. He He actually joined the board as chair in 2004, I believe, and at that time the annual spend for this industry was about $6 million a year. And for the last 3 years, it has exceeded $150 million, which is a pretty remarkable turnaround. And you know, Gordon is a volunteer, he runs a successful business, but he has given his vision and his time and his energy and his talent to this industry here in our state for a decade. And he's gone above and beyond the call of duty. When there's an important event in Los Angeles that he thinks we need to be represented at, on his own dime, he flies down there. So, Gordon, I just can't say enough and thank you enough for what you've done for our state and for the industry. We're very grateful to have you. This is Gordon's last year on the board. It'll be very difficult to replace you. In fact, we can't replace you. We can only have you succeeded, and you've set the bar very, very high.
I'm most grateful, first of all, to the hardworking and effective staff, probably the most hardworking and effective staff of any film office anywhere. Nathan Charrington, Bob Schmaling, Jane Ridley, and of course their great leader, Tim Williams, our executive director. Thank you for the unique privilege of allowing me to serve as chairman for over a decade. I really could not have been successful without you. Thank you.
So thank you so much. Can I please welcome to this stage the rangers at the Zigzag Ranger Station in Mount Hood National Forest, Bill Westbrook, Leanne Veldhuis, Kathleen Walker, and Mary Ellen Fitzgerald. The folks at Crater Lake National Park just went above and beyond in making the wild production and cast and crew feel welcome. They even helped us make fake snow, which is pretty cool. So please join me in congratulating Craig Ackerman and Carolyn Hill.
Suddenly they have a program that very few universities have access to, and giving students access to equipment and developing skills and developing talent here in Oregon, that I think for our future and where we're headed for this industry and the entire creative industry is so important. So tonight we wanted to recognize Andy and congratulate him, and Andy, if you can come up and get the award.
Thank you very much for joining us at the 2015 Governor's Film Advocate Awards, celebrating the work that's being done in film, TV, and media across the state of Oregon. It's been a great pleasure hosting, and I hope you had a good time.